actually.
What does that mean?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most important hour of your entire week. Stitch Brothers.
Special guest.
Special guest. Does
The one
anybody
and only
Railroaded
Lisa
at the
Bongean.
last minute.
Does anybody know who this is?
I haven't been that long away.
No, you haven't. I was on yours last time.
Yeah.
Actually, we were going to talk about that. I should have mentioned to Kaylee if she has that picture of the edge to edge on the fresh cut daisies. Do you still have it in the queue?
No, it's up.
Well,
okay.
Well, that'll be good because I'm putting a binding on it right now.
Okay.
Mine. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because I know you showed it off on yours.
Yeah.
So, hey everybody, thank you.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Luke.
birthday, Luke.
Today is
Did
my birthday.
they hear me say that, or how did they know it was your birthday?
Oh, me and Frank are friends on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I just saw 422. I'm like, oh, and Katie's birthday is today.
Yes.
Your cousin. They were born on the same day, not at the same time. But
I feel like today is the last birthday of 37 is like, how does that make you feel?
I don't know. It doesn't change a thing.
I guess it's just a number. I just feel like 37 is an ugly number. It's like 36 is like, 36. 37 is
No, an ugly number is when it doesn't move forward.
I think an ugly number.
That's an ugly number.
Fair enough.
Yours, as long as yours keep going.
Yeah, that's important. That's not what I was saying.
Well, that's what I'm telling you.
Hi, Diane. Diane is going to be
Elaine.
I was just talking to Diane. We're scheduling some Q series training with her. She is one of the new members of our Q series family here. So we got to schedule some training with her. She's from the Madison area. So we actually have to talk to the gathering.
Oh.
She might stay. That way she doesn't have to drive to do the 2 days in a row. So
yeah, look at you're only 2
yeah,
years.
look at that, Frank. You're 37, but your mom is 39. Yeah. So
I like Frank.
Yeah. So he's one of our VIPs here.
Yeah,
so
I think I know who he is. Yeah.
Before we talk about all the stuff that we have planned for today, I just want to let everybody know that we like this to be interactive. So please, if you have any comments or question, Kaylee stars them and then we get to them. We really like it because that makes it interactive and it's a lot more fun when we hear what you guys are thinking or what questions you have. So we're just not talking to the soulless camera lens. You know what I mean? We like it to be.
You like to talk to things with souls.
We want people. Otherwise, we might as well not even be live. We could just record it and put it out, right?
Exactly.
So we want it to be interactive. So don't be shy. If you have any questions or anything, just comment. We love to hear from you. So we have a couple exciting things that we're going to talk about today. And the first thing is going to be our special on Modern Meander for the month of May.
Oh, you're going to do that, huh?
Yes. So we wanted to listen, we have been just chugging along, and thank you all for the people who are sending their quilts in for our long arm service, but you guys are not keeping us busy enough. We're just we're firing too much.
We have too many long arms.
Listen, it's better than the alternative, which was when we were 7 months behind. So we'll take this, right? But the people right now who are sending them in, we're loading the quilt the same day or the next day.
Nice.
We are really, really chugging along. So what we thought about doing is something that we've never done. So you guys here listening now are going to be the first to hear about it. And I really think that you should jump on it. If you got that king size quilt top that's been, you don't want to spend $350 on it, whatever you've been holding on, we're going to do our first quilt service special. And what we're going to do for the month of May. So anybody from now, I have to receive the quilt in the month of May.
Do you have a sample of what you're going to show them?
I think we do. Yes,
okay.
yes. So for the month of May, and it's not going to be this dense, but we are going to lower our price on one specific quilting design that is Modern Meander, and we're going to do it for 2 cents for anybody who asks for it in the month of May. And it's going to be it's not going to be as dense as this. So it's going to be.
So this is like a half inch.
Yeah, this is going to be an all Modern Meander because of its nature. Why we love it is it's very even and it's always kind of dense. But we're going to have more of around that 13-inch row, a bigger Modern Meander.
So it's probably about an inch apart.
Yeah, it's still going to be. Still going to be
and
great.
What's nice about it is it's overall. So the consistency of the pattern is overall.
So even when
there's
it opens
no gaps.
Up, yeah. So for example, we'll talk about this dreamsicle. I love this one. This orange. If the camera's picking up, it's this beautiful sort of creamsicle, dreamsicle,
It's
whatever.
called apricot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. And this is Cosmo, which has a very similar, very nice density to it, like Modern Meander. And this is a 15-inch row.
Yeah,
So it's a
Margaret was asking if it was Cosmos.
yeah, that's Cosmos. So that's not what we're doing, but we're doing Modern Meander, and we're going to do it a little bit more open. And a lot of people like a less dense design, and we're going to do it for 2 cents. And we're going to do this one time for right now, and we're going to see how it goes. But we really want you guys to go in your closet, grab that king size quilt or something that that you want more comforter size quilting on it, something that you don't want super dense, and we want you to mail it to us. And as long as we receive it, it's April 22nd. So odds are, if you can get it here now, we'll give it to you. But you got to say that you want the 2 cent Modern Meander May special. And we are going to do that. And maybe that will
keep you jumping down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that. So yes. So that's the first thing. The second thing, Jake.
Yes.
If you could grab our machine special. We are going to do our own little Primitive Gatherings special. We usually always follow the Bernina corporate things, but once in a while, we are going to do our own things. And we have a few of these CAFE 770s that we've had now for a little bit. We have 2 brand new ones, and we have 2 demos, and we are doing a closeout special. The type of special that I cannot tell you the number, which I know is annoying, but it's going to be a really, really great deal. So for anybody who's local or wants to go on a little bit of a road trip, we have 2 brand new ones and then 2 demo machines that we are going to do closeout pricing that I will be arrested if I say the price on here.
Do the new ones come with the luggage?
Yes.
Ooh, that's
yes.
even a great
So
deal.
yeah. So when we bought these, they came with the launch package, which was the, and I think we still have everything. I'll have to check because it's been a little while, but I know we have the suitcases, the luggage, the trolleys, and then I believe if you go with the embroidery module, we have the embroidery inspiration box, and then that also comes with, I believe
that comes in on your sale.
Yes,
it's not extra.
Yep. So it's a package. It's a package. It's the same bundle they gave us it when we ordered them, and I think we ordered them a couple of years ago. So we really wanted to move on. I believe that the CAFE thing was very, very successful for us. We've sold a ton of the 570s, the 475s, and the 770s. And I think that this year, I don't know if they're making them anymore. I think it's been 3 years now that they've been making the CAFEs. And I don't know that they're going to go forward. So if this machine speaks to you, you love the colors, you love sort of the fun CAFE facet.
The pretty design on it, yeah.
It could be your last chance. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe that they're going the way of the dinosaur. So it's finally end of the cycle on those, and you should jump on that if that one you like that one. So I think we're out of all the 475s and we're out of the 570s, so we just have these 4 models left. Okay, so that's that.
All right, so I just want to talk a little bit about the quilt behind us. This is going to be our weekend quilt for the month of April. So it'll be featured at the end of the month. Usually, I think the last weekend. Heidi, do you know the date of that? When we're doing the weekend quilt?
Yeah, it's the last Friday of the month.
The last Friday of the month. So right before the weekend, we're going to launch this one. So that's just a FYI, because sometimes they want to know. Yeah.
Very cool.
You know, that you might want to tell them we changed it from the first Friday.
Yeah. So we used to run the weekend edition like the first part of the month, but then we had a little hiccup, so then we moved it to the end of the month. And I like them at the end of the month. You know, we just have so much that we have to have done at the beginning of the month, so it's nice to push this one at the end of the month. So we're probably going to end up keeping it the last Friday of the month. And this one is called Crisscross, so look for that at probably this week. Yeah, on Friday. Okay.
So that's a perfect segue. I'll keep talking about that quilt because we're going to move into our quilt spotlight to show you what we've been working on with the quilting service. And this one is, I just love this one. And it's that really cool, is it a creamsicle or a dreamsicle? What is that orange?
It's a creamsicle.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like the
that
vanilla
orange.
and the orange.
These Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, yes. But the quilt pattern we chose on this was Cosmos, as I see I believe Margaret, is it Margaret? Yeah.
Yep.
Asked, yes, it's Cosmos, and we love that. We love those sort of, and this one's a little more fun than Modern Meander. You know, it's got a little bit more of a whimsical thing. But when I saw this quilt loaded up, I knew immediately that I was going to do Cosmos because it just reminded me of like that, just a swirl, like the ice cream swirl type of thing. So I thought that one really, really fits that. We used invisible thread on the top as always. But one thing that we've been doing a little bit different now.
Yeah, Frank has a question about invisible thread.
Yeah, and I was actually just going to work that in here because it's a question we get.
I didn't know if you could see that with your old eyes.
Honestly, if you see me squinting, that means I'm reading comments. I'm like I kind of do that. I should probably
you got to get some glasses.
Glasses, yeah. So you can absolutely do both of those things. And we did a torture test video, I believe it's been a few years now, where we tried to melt it with the Rowenda, which actually burned the fabric around it. And that thread did not melt. It did not turn to goo. I mean, it definitely was more pliable.
It's not your previous nylon type thread. It's not like fishing line.
Right.
It's very pliable.
It's not. And listen, like,
Excuse me.
and like, if you, I mean, it's going to be up to you, Frank, on what you want to use that for. I mean, if you're using it for a quilt that you know is a wall hanging and you're not going to be running it through the, you know, then you have no worries at all. Now, if this is like a baby blanket where you're going to be washing this thing 3 times a week, and then that thread actually is really strong.
You should test that.
I already did the test.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So when we first started using it, I did it on the van blanket.
Okay.
For the van, and I washed that thing and dried that thing on high heat about 50 times, and it's still perfect as can be.
Right.
Okay.
And just like anything, like anything you care about at all, whether it's clothes or quilts, if you're going to throw it in, like you're going to go to the dry cleaner in the industrial drum and then try to kill it, I mean, it probably won't last as long as if you're, you know, if you're, you know, careful with it. But under any normal, I guess, washing and drying, it should be just fine. No worse than cotton, which from the research I've done, the reason that they don't use cotton for commercial and, you know, commercial purposes, like where durability is a factor, they say cotton discolors, ages, and breaks and becomes brittle. So, okay. What else? Do we have any questions? Or are we going to move on to more quilts?
I don't think you got any questions, so you're good. Oh, yep. Do I need to schedule?
We got an anonymous YouTube user says, do I need to call on schedule to get my 790 Pro service when I'm at PG? So it's always better to just give us a heads up. You know, we like to accommodate people when we can, but if it's very, very important to you, it's always really great for us if we can expect you. You know, we can expect that's coming in, so we can turn that machine around.
Give us a call so I can put you on the schedule, just so I have an idea of, you know, what's going on. But yeah, it should be no problem.
Perfect. All right, moving right along, Jake. I believe you wanted to talk about that one.
Yeah, I want to talk about this one. So this one was made by a lady at the gathering, and I think I was walking through during lunchtime, and I commented on how beautiful it was. And then come to find out, it showed up on my service desk that I could have. And so I quilted it. I threw Modern Meander on it. But if you made this and dropped it off at my desk, thank you. And I would love to know who you are so that I can acknowledge you. So if you made this for me.
So you need to bind it now, huh?
I think I'm going to frame it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a perfect size for that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I mean,
you don't have to worry about binding.
The fabrics in here and the color choices is awesome.
That looks like invisible.
It is. Yep. So there's
What'd you use on the
Lucky
back?
you.
A flannel. I always use flannel on backs of everything. Anything I do, motor flannel.
Yes, 100%.
100%.
Okay.
Do we want this one?
Is she answering his question? Who is it was?
Yeah, we answer. Oh.
No, names.
You want to do this one?
Oh,
She thinks,
that's who made it?
I think that's what we're thinking.
Write it down for me.
Can you write it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very
Sweet.
cool.
Love it when a plan comes together. You want to do this one first?
Yes, before she gets out of here
Yes,
for sure.
I'm leaving as soon as
But
this
hold
is
on.
over.
But before we
I
show
have to
that one,
protect this.
you got to toss me that batting because I got one more thing we forgot.
All right. Just let me.
I'm going to show the back.
Okay, show the
And
back.
then maybe.
And then maybe a
We're
little.
gonna do a flash. Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna flash it. We
It's
got
one
listen,
you're not supposed to see yet.
We got one here that you're
They're
not
trying to get me
supposed-
fired.
No, listen. Here's the
Like
thing. though.
really, I think a week and a half, and I can show it.
Listen, if you're on the B channel here, 20 minutes in, I feel like there should be some benefits here. You know what I mean?
B channel.
You know what I mean? These people are hardcore. They're here for
Yeah.
So this will be cool for
Talk
them.
about that first.
Yeah, I'll
All right.
talk about this real quick, or should we show that one? I wanted to talk about this real quick. So on our website, finally, we have the Luna batting pre-cuts that I've spoken about quite a bit that we absolutely love. I do not use the big rolls. I find them unwieldy. We have a couple usually in stock, usually just in case I run out of a specific size or we get a rush and orders are late. Just in a case of emergency is the only way I have like a 96-inch 30-yard roll or that 120 30-yard roll. What we love from Moda is this Luna 80/20 batting, and we love the pre-cut packs. And they come in a few different sizes. They come in a crib, which I think is 45 by 45,
45 by 60.
45 by 60, twin, which is one of our most common sizes. I believe that's 72 by 96.
90.
Full queen and king, which is the king is the 120 by 120. And we love this because when we are trying to speed up the quilting service, we get paid for you guys to quilt the quilts, not to like load and unload and cut batting. So if we can save time and be efficient, we love that. And also storing it is so easy. So when I get a king or queen size quilt, I run in the back, I get the pre-cut roll. It rolls out really nice on the backing. And that's what we use. And we absolutely love that. So I've had a lot of people ask us for a while now about batting that we use and how I use it. And a lot of people, I feel like a lot of these, I just picture someone, I know space is at like a premium and nobody has enough space in their long arm room in their quilting studio. So I know what it's like to be like wrestling this roll and trying to roll it out.
Well, and we don't have threads all over the big giant roll that we got to pick off.
Yes.
Like these things are sealed, clean.
Yes,
like,
that's a very good point.
Yes.
Nobody likes to see a red thread underneath their white fabric.
So the pre-cut is,
Where it's at. That's what
it's
you
totally where it's at. And then also the waste isn't as bad because when you have that 120-inch roll, even if you have a 50-inch wide quilt and you got to cut 58 inches, you're still like hacking that thing 120 inches or at least compromising it, right? If you don't. So pre-cut, it's on the website. It's Moda Luna. You should order it.
Do you carry Laura Star steamers?
yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Give us a call.
All right.
All right, here's your sneak peek. This is the perks of joining us. That lady thought it was funny that we said the B channel.
Yeah.
The B channel.
So this is a beautiful, what is the name of this feather?
Tyler quilted this one for us, and it is a small, bountiful feather.
I just said smaller feather. That's what I wanted on it. 'Cause
And-
I haven't done a feather in a while.
He did such a great job on this.
All right, now I get to show the peak, okay?
All right, do the peak.
This is all I'm going to show you.
Ooh, that side shows off the quilting better, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That's Jake.
Is the camera
In
picking up
a
the
week
quilting?
or two, you'll get to see it.
So
It'll
he's-
all be bound and beautiful.
He did this real dense,
It's gorgeous.
gorgeous quilting on this.
I love it. Good job.
And he is somebody that he's our wool dyer for those of you who haven't. And he's been quilting for us for a while. And it's really cool to see how good everybody is. Because I was gone. That was done. He did that in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I left, he did it on Thursdays, which is usually the days I have off. And I came back on Friday and it was like off the frame. And he had just completely done it. So, I mean, it's really cool just to see how amazing. I mean,
You might want to stick around for this one too.
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. All right, what's next?
Talk about this one, Mom.
Well,
This is cool.
I get a text and this one's on the frame and I'm like, oh, that is cool. And I'm thinking, is that one of my antique quilts?
Mhm.
He's like, well, I think it's Alicia's. I'm like, no, I think that's one of my antique quilts that I bought. So he just pulled it out of there and he quilted it and it is awesome. So he put a traditional design on it, the Baptist fan,
Beautiful.
And, you know, even this quilt is old and I'm sure it was nowhere near perfect, but now I can bind it and it can be alive in the world instead of stuck in a cupboard, you know, where nobody can enjoy it. So it is probably, I would say 1800s, late 1800s, maybe early 1900, but it is definitely old.
Let's hold it up.
What's that?
Oh,
Here,
Get the
I'll
full-
sneak out.
oh, I got her.
Yeah.
Look how cool.
I love this fabric. It's so
Yeah. And, you know, they just used what they had. So that's what's fun about these quilts is that, you know, they had this, but then on the bottom they used red, but they planned as best as they could. So that's what I really love about the antique stuff is they didn't freak out if they didn't have enough fabric. They just used what they had and made do, and they are all beautiful no matter what. This is one of my flannels, so it's beautiful. It's a nice heavy quilt. I could actually call it a baby maker. I think it's on that heavy side. Hey, that's a thing nowadays, right?
I don't know.
What?
All right. Did you ever know what a baby maker is?
No,
No.
please share.
Yeah. Well, it's a quilt that when you get under it, you can't move, so you're stuck.
I don't get that at
Oh,
all.
whatever.
But okay.
We get it, right?
I think is that about it?
Is that all I need to do?
That's
Grab my
about it.
thing?
Yep.
All right, I gotta go hang out with the ladies at the gathering and give a
So-
tour now. It was nice seeing everybody. Take
Bye,
care.
Julia.
All right. So wrapping up here, we got some winners here, but I want to for the people who just joined, if you missed, Modern Meander May, we're going to do 2 cents for a more open Modern Meander for anybody who can get me this quilt in the month of May. Or I guess it could start right now. If you're local, I'll do that for you. But a lot of people here have to mail theirs in. So as long as it arrives here, I will add you to the special. So, all right.
Prizes.
Prizes.
First winner is Cindy Hedberg.
What's that? Yeah, we got to do it.
Yeah, we'll talk about her.
Yep.
Congratulations, you are a winner.
I got Dawn Katuria, Caturia. Dawn, you are a winner.
And last but not least, Colleen F. You are a winner.
Yes. So we got to do
Heidi at Primitive Gatherings.
we got to do a
in
Bernina
North
Barb update, and we are happy to say that she is doing much better. She was actually in yesterday in person with her sister.
Yep. And then
You-
I
you
went to
went-
her house and drank an IPA or two. So
She must be doing good.
yeah, me and Madeline went over there to say hi on our way to Costco. So yeah, so she's doing great.
Yep.
She's up moving around.
She's probably watching
Great
us right
spirits.
now. Are you in the chat, Bernina Barb?
Bernina Barb,
Bernina Barb, are you in?
are you out there?
So, anyways, we were very, very happy to hear that everything went and that she's already home. So
Yeah.
we didn't know how long her recovery was going to
She's
be, but
doing stairs.
she's looking good.
and- yeah.
Looking
Her
good.
pain's
so.
gone, so that's the most important.
Yep.
You know.
All right, everybody. So that's going to conclude this week birthday edition of Stitch Brothers. So,
It's
but
on the board
as
downstairs.
always, we love the fact that you're here, and we love the fact that you guys are interactive with us, and we look forward to you sending us some quilts. We hope that a lot of you want to participate in our 2 cent Modern Meander May special,
Yep.
and we will see you next time.
If you're planning on coming to the gathering for a retreat and you want to get your Bernina cleaned, reach out to us, reach out to me so I can get you on the schedule so we can make that happen. And that's about it. Remember to clean and oil your Bernina.